the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial, again continuing with the FNAF sister locations. Today we are doing Baby, I guess you could class as the main character of FNAF sister location. So last week, just like to rewind a bit, we did Funtime Freddy. If you haven't already checked that out, I'll leave a link in the description. It'll also be on the card system, so if you want to click in the little I button in the corner, feel free to do that and it will take you straight there. Check it out. You guys absolutely loved that video. Now, I was expecting the response to be decent, but you guys absolutely smashed it, and I really do appreciate the support. What I'm going to say is, as I said, today we're doing Baby. But we have two versions of Baby, two designs, and this is what I'm going to ask you guys. So today we're doing the simple version, and the reason why we're doing this is because I appreciate that not everyone has 2 hours to watch a tutorial and build a ridiculously complicated statue. But I also appreciate the hardcore ones out there really want to. So what I propose, and this is what I intend to do, today we're doing the simple statue design. The more easy to follow, easy to complete statue design. In a few weeks, if you guys request it, I'll do the extremely detailed version. So for now, we'll do the simple version. We'll then do other characters such as Ennard, Funtime Foxy, multiple other characters, and then we'll do the complicated version. But let me know if you guys want to see that. And the way you can let me know is by leaving a like on the video and also leaving a nice comment down below. Of course, I will be doing the other characters, so you don't need to ask for it. I will be doing it one by one every single Saturday. So with that out the way, I just wanted to say that. I do want to give credit where credit is due. The original design for this was designed by Nebula, otherwise known as Russell the Jimmies. But I am aware that there was some input amongst the other people who helped me out with the designs. So I want to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to Hayes, Diamond 555, and also Potazer, otherwise known as Lazar, for all the support recently, helping me get these awesome designs out to you guys. Because all the work you see is designed by either them or me, and they spend lots of time doing it, so just to give them a little call out for helping me. If you guys want to go show them some support, again, all that information will be down in the description, feel free to do so. And with that said, let's get straight into the tutorial. So the blocks you're going to need are the following. You'll need quite a few. You'll need red stained clay, snow, pink stained clay, red wool, block of quartz, cyan stained clay, grey wool, white wool, block of gold, brick slab, quartz slab, never brick slab, cobblestone wool, yellow stained clay, blue stained clay, black wool, block of coal, lime wool, smooth red sandstone stairs, quartz stairs, sandstone slabs, or red sandstone slabs, and also some levers. So I'll pause this right here for a second. You can grab them blocks into your inventory, and then we'll get straight into building. So what we're essentially going to be doing is we're going to start with the legs. The legs are 12 tall and 8 wide, of course, like normal statues. There is a ton of 3D effects, but we'll add them later. So what we're going to do is build the core body, and then we'll come back later on and add all the 3D effects. That's the way we're going to be doing things. So what we're going to do is starting off by finding a nice empty area. We're going to place 1 red stained clay, 2 snow, 2 red wool, 2 snow, and 1 red stained clay. As you can see, that's 8 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 8 wide, and we're going to be doing 11 more layers on top of this. The second layer now is simply 8 red stained clay, so very, very simple. The third layer, we're going to do 1 red wool, 1 red stained clay, 1 pink stained clay, 2 red wool, 1 pink stained clay, 1 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. The fourth layer now, we're going to place 1 grey wool, 1 cyan, 1 grey, cyan, grey, cyan, grey, cyan. So there's a little pattern there for the fourth layer. For the next 3 layers now, we're going to do simply 3 layers of 8 blocks of quartz, and once you've done that, that is the first to 7 layers complete. We have 5 left to go. Again, I back up after every one, just so you can pause if you need to do so. Feel free to whenever you feel is necessary. So for the 8th layer now, we're going to place 1 cyan, 1 grey wool, 2 grey wool, 1 cyan, 1 grey, cyan, grey, cyan. Now what you could do, if you wanted to make it symmetrical to the lower half, is just replace the first one with grey, second one with cyan, as you can see here. but it looks good either way, to be honest. The more random it is, the better it looks in this case. Okay, so that is the first 8 layers complete. The next 4 layers, or should I say the final 4 layers, is simply quartz. So we do 4 layers of 8 blocks of quartz, and that will bring you up to the top of the legs, and that will be 12 tall and 8 wide, and that will be the legs, as you can see, complete. I say complete quite loosely because, as I said, we will be adding a bunch of 3D effects. So, talking of the 3D effects, again, just a brief opportunity to pause and catch up if you need. What we're going to start off by doing is adding the shoes. So, we're going to come to the bottom left corner, and in front of this, so again, this is 3D, we place it in front, we're not replacing, we're going to place a layer of 1 white wool, 1 snow, 1 white wool, 2 red wool, and then we go white wool, snow, white wool. So as you can see, that's a layer 8 wide, and on top of that, we're going to place a layer of 3 red stained clay, leave a 2 block gap, and place 3 red stained clay. So as you can see, it should come forwards a layer looking like this, and that's essentially to kind of make it look like shoes, 3D shoes pointing forwards from the feet. What we're then going to do to make them look like baby shoes, more specifically, is in front of each of the red stained clay, we're going to come to the middle part, so the second block, and we're going to place 1 red wool. From here, what we're going to do is go forwards 1 again using gold blocks, and on top of each gold block, we're going to place another gold block, so it should look like this, and then punch out the lower one. So what you'll have is gold blocks connected to the red wool diagonally, like so, and then either side of the red wool, what we're going to do is grab ourselves some brick slabs, and on the lower half of the red stained clay, either side we're going to place a brick slab, and it will give you something which looks like this. That is the shoes once you've added the 3D effects, and I hope it gives you a little insight into how crazy this statue is actually going to be. Now again, just as I mentioned earlier, we have a crazier statue ready in the making, so if you do want to see that, again, let me know. Okie dokie, so right now it should be looking something like this. You can see just by adding the pointy shoes, it makes it look really, really nice in my opinion. Okay, so now moving on to the body, this part is 13 tall and 8 blocks wide, so it's 1 block taller than the usual body, but again that's because it's a bigger character model with a bigger head. So to balance that out, you need to make the body bigger, so in this case the body is 1 block taller. Okay, so the first layer we're going to start off by placing 8 red stained clay. Now from here, what we're going to do is grab ourselves our quartz, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and we're going to do the exact same on the right side. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that marks out essentially where the hands are going to start. But we're not going to worry about the hands, we'll come back to that later on in the video. For now we are worrying about the body, so we're going to do it layer by layer, going up until we get to the top, which is of course going to be 13 layers tall. Okay, so moving on, what we're going to do, the second layer, we're going to start off by placing 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, 2 clay, and 1 red wool. If I can place it, there we go. The third layer is 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And then the fourth layer is the exact same, so 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And that is the first 4 layers complete. For the fifth layer now, we're going to place simply is 8 quartz. The next layer, we're going to place 3 quartz, 2 coal, and 3 quartz. So that is the 6th layer. The 7th layer now, we're going to place 1 red stained clay, 2 quartz, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 quartz, and 1 red stained clay. The 8th layer now is 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 2 clay, 1 wool, and 2 clay. And that is again the 8th layer. For the 9th layer, we're simply going to place 8 red wool. So again, 9th layer is 8 red wool. And after every layer, as you can see, I am backing up just to give you guys an opportunity to pause if you need to do so. For our 10th layer now, we're going to place 2 red stained clay, 4 red wool, and 2 red stained clay. The 11th layer is 3 red stained clay, 2 red wool, and 3 red stained clay. The next layer, which is of course the 12th layer, is 1 red, 1 pink, 1 red. Then we're going to place 2 more red, and then we're going to go back to the pattern again. So we go 1 red, 1 pink, 1 red. So essentially, it's 1 red stained clay, 1 pink stained clay, 4 red, 1 pink, 1 red. And for the final layer, which is of course the 13th layer, we're going to place 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, 2 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And once you've done that, you should have something which looks like this. That is 13 blocks tall, 8 wide, and again it's 1 block taller than the normal conventional conventional bodies that we normally build on the channel. So bear that in mind. Again, 13 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide. And with that done, we can now move on to the arms. So the arms are very, very simple. Pretty much, majority is white stained clay, quartz. I'm getting mixed up between different blocks here. Of course, there is tons of blocks, but we're going to be using majority quartz. So just like the body, it is 1 block taller. It's 13 blocks tall and 4 blocks wide. And we're going to start on the left arm. So if you haven't already, what you do is you come to the 13th layer of the build, you go 4 blocks to the left, like so, and from here we can start building up. So the first 4 layers is simply quartz, so we got the first one already done. We're going to do 3 more layers of quartz, that's snow not quartz. And as you can see, you'll have a 4x4 of quartz. For the 5th layer, we're going to need our cyan and grey back. So we're going to place 1 grey wool, 1 cyan, 1 grey wool, 1 cyan. On top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of 4 quartz. Then we're going to do 1 grey wool, 2 cyan, 1 grey wool. So right now, as you can see, it should be 9 blocks tall. The 10th layer, we're going to place simply 4 quartz. The 11th layer, we place 3 quartz, 1 red wool. 12th layer is 2 quartz, 2 red wool. And then the final layer is 3 red stained clay and 1 red wool. And as you can see, that is 13 blocks tall and 4 blocks wide. And if you want to replicate this over to the right side now, you're more than welcome to do so. It is the exact same. Okie dokie, so moving over to the right side now, I will go over it nevertheless. If you want to skip ahead, feel free. Come to the 13th layer of the build again, go 4 blocks to the right. On top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of quartz. So it's 4 layers of quartz, but 3 if you've already built the first layer. The 5th layer we're going to place is going to be 1 cyan, 1 grey, 1 cyan, 1 grey. And on top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of 4 quartz. My placement is awful today. Apologies for that. But as you can see, it's not going too well. There we go. So, 8 blocks tall currently. The 9th layer we're going to place is 1 grey wool, 2 cyan, 1 grey. The 10th layer is simply 4 quartz. Now, the next layer is 1 red wool, 3 quartz. The 12th layer is 2 red wool and 2 quartz. And then the final layer is simply 1 red wool and 3 red stained clay. Once you've done that, we'll look something like this. I'll get rid of my arm. Xbox being a bit laggy here for a second, so we'll give it a second to catch up. That's why I've started playing on PC, to be honest. It's because the Xbox version just seems to be a bit sluggish recently. There we go. So once you've done that, again, looks something like this. That is 13 by 8 for the body, 13 by 4 for each arm, 12 by 8 for legs, and if I do a few quick calculations, that's 25 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. But we are not done. As I said, there is a bunch of 3D effects, so let's get my arm straight back and let's get straight back to work building the 3D effects. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by coming to the bottom left corner of the body to this red stained clay right here. We're then going to count 1 block to the right, and here we're going to place as a 3D effect, again I want to specify 3D. So we're going to place 2 red wool, 2 red stained clay, and 2 red wool. On top of this, we're going to place 1 red wool, 4 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And that is 6 wide by 2 tall. From here, we're going to go down 1 on the left and down 1 on the right using red stained clay. And then we're going to go to left 1 and to the right 1 and link together in the middle. So we're placing a row of 8 red stained clay underneath that. And then underneath this again, we're going to go on the left side down 1, leave a 2 block gap, down 2, 2 block gap, and down 1. So you'll come out with a shape that looks like this, and this is layer 1 of a effect. For layer 2, what we're going to do is we're going to get our red wool, and right on top of this red stained clay here, we're going to place one red wool, bringing it 1 block forwards. From here, we're going to go down 1, and we're also going to go to the right twice, and then we go ahead and punch out that block, and it will give you something that looks like this. From here, what we're going to do is essentially do the exact same on the right side now. So we place a red wool, we go down 1, and we also go to left twice, and punch out the original, and it will give you a too thick 3D effect like this. And the way we're going to join each side together is we're going to place one in the middle, go down and to side 1, whoops, not that side, this side, and it will give you a shape that looks like this, and that is to represent the dress. So now if you come underneath, you'll see there is a bit of a gap between the front side 3D effect and the back side, and again that's just part of like the frill of the dress, I guess. The frill, I think is the right word. Okay, so with that said, that is the lower half of the body 3D effects done. We can now move on to the upper half. So we're going to come to this area here with the coal and the black wool, and we're going to grab ourselves our yellow wool and also our yellow stained clay. What we're going to do is essentially build a circle around it. So we start off by getting our snow, and on the bottom left corner we're going to place a snow, and on the top right corner we place again 1 snow, all 3D effects. Above the top snow we're going to place 1 block of gold, to the left of that 1 yellow wool. From here we go down diagonal to left using yellow wool, down twice using yellow stained clay, to the right 1 using yellow stained clay, to the right 1 using yellow wool, 1 clay, and then we're going to go up 1 using 1 yellow wool and 1 block of gold, and it will give you this fan shape in the middle that looks like this. Moving on up now, what we're going to do is, just like what we did with the dress slash skirt, we're going to do from the yellow wool here, we go 3 blocks to the left and down 1. And on the right side from this gold block here, we go 3 blocks to the right and down 1 using red stained clay. On top of this, we're going to place another layer. So we start off on the left side, we place 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. For the next layer, we're going to leave a 1 block gap. We place 2 red wool, 2 red stained clay, and 2 red wool. And then for the next layer, we're going to leave a 2 block gap and place 4 red stained clay. And once you've done that, it will look something like this. Now again, I'm zoomed out quite far. I'll zoom in a bit more just so you can see. But you get the general idea. There should be like a 3D effect here with the little fan part, and then a 3D effect around the waist area as a dress. Now in regards to 3D parts on the arms, what we're going to do is go to the top left corner, and we're going to go to the right one. We're going to place a red wool block, and then we're going to go down diagonal to the right twice. We're then going to replicate this on the right side, so we go to the top right corner, go to the left one, place a block, and then go down diagonal to the left twice, and you'll have 3 blocks on each side which look something like this. And once you've done that, that is the front side of the body complete. Okie dokie, so I'll get rid of my arm again, just give me a second. We'll talk for a second and then we'll move on. If you don't have something looking like this, then do not continue. Go back in the video, see where things have gone wrong, and if you're still having trouble, let me know down in the comments below and I'll try and help you on a more personalised basis. But, as you can see, it is relatively complicated. Nothing compared to the other one we built, but it is still relatively complicated. So if you are having any issues, it's not a worry. It is a complicated build to, I guess that's an understatement, it is pretty difficult. Anyways, with that said, we are going to move on to the sides of the legs and ultimately the sides of the body. So we come to the bottom left corner of the build, to this red stained clay, and we're going to go 1, 2 to left using red stained clay, and then 1 red wool. Now the left side of the leg, and the side of the leg in general, is 12 tall by 4 wide. However, the 4th layer, which is this one here, is already done. So we're only placing 3 blocks per row. So we place 3, 1 is already done, that's 4 in total. So we're going to go up layer by layer, 12 in total, 3 blocks per layer, and let's do this. So the first layer, as you can see from left to right, is 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay. I'm not going to say what's already here because you can see. The next layer is 3 red stained clay, And then on top of that, we're going to place one red wool and 2 red stained clay. For the 4th layer, we're going to place 1 cyan. Then we're going to need our grey wool back. We place 1 grey wool, 1 cyan. The next 3 layers we're going to place is quartz. So we have 3 layers of quartz. And then we go back to our grey, cyan, and grey. And then on top of that, we're going to do 4 layers of quartz. And that'll bring you right up to the top, as you can see. And it is 12 tall and 4 blocks wide. And that is the left side of the leg. However, just like the arms and the body in general, there is lots of 3D effects. So what we're going to do is come to the top left corner, and as a 3D effect, we're going to place a row of 4, and my placement, not too good, 4 red stained clay. On the left side, we're going to go down 1, and same on the right side, and that is the first layer. We're going to add a second layer, so what we do for the second layer is similar to what we did at the front side. So we're going to bring it forwards 1 using red wool. From here we go down 1 and to the right twice, and then we punch out the original block. What we're then going to do is from this red wool here we go down diagonal to the right side, and it gives you a shape that looks like this. The way we're going to connect it to the front side, as you can see the outline of the front side, we're going to connect them diagonally. So what you do from the front corner is just bring it forwards 1, go to the right 1, punch out the original. As you can see, it gives you a corner block which looks like this. And we'll do the exact same on the rear side, and it will give you a nice solid circle around the body. Now, the final thing we're going to add to this leg before we move on, we're going to need ourselves our cobblestone wool and also our blue hardened clay. What we're going to do is come to the first section of the quartz. We're going to go up to the 3rd layer, so the top layer and the 3rd block from left. And we're going to go forwards 1 using 1 cobble and then 1 blue stained clay. And that is just to represent the little strands coming off the side of the legs and the arms of, it's like a tube with a blue ball at the end. So that's what that represents. And as you can see, if I come around to the side, that is what the left side of the leg should look like once you've added all the 3D effects. Okay, so coming around to the right side, it is pretty much the exact same, but I'll run you guys through it nevertheless. So what we're going to do is go 1, 2 to the right using red stained clay and 1 red wool. The second layer we're going to place is simply 3 red stained clay, and on top of that we're going to do 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool. Next, and this is like the only small differentiation between the two, is we're going to place 1 grey, 1 cyan, 1 grey. As you can see on that side, it's cyan, grey, cyan. This side, it's grey, cyan, grey. On top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of quartz. Then we're going to do a layer which is 1 grey, cyan, grey. And on top of this, we're going to do 4 layers of quartz. Just like the other side, that will bring you up to the top, and then we can go ahead and add some crazy 3D effects. So that's what it looks like without all the 3D effects, 12 tall, 4 wide. And then for the 3D effects, of course, we come to the top left corner, place a row of 4 red stained clay. We go down on the left and down on the right, and then we get our red wool. What we're going to do is bring it forwards 1, go down, go to the left twice, and then down diagonal to the left. Punch out the original block, and you have something which looks like this. Again, just like we did before, we're then going to link it to the front side. So we come around to the front side, bring it forwards 1, to the left 1, and punch out the original block. And it gives you a nice smooth corner like this. What you're then going to do, just like again the other side, is we're going to come to the first section of quartz, come up to the 3rd layer, and come to the 2nd block from left. Bring it forwards 1 using cobblestone wool, and then 1 using blue stained clay. And again, that is just to represent the little part coming off the side with the blue ball on the end. As you can see, the legs are really starting to come together now and looking kind of cool. Okie dokie, so I'll give you guys a brief second to pause there and finish it if you need to. And then we're going to move into the arms. Now, of course, the arms are 13 tall and 4 blocks wide. The way we're going to do this is come around to the rear side and come to the first layer of the arms and extend 3 blocks back all the way across using quartz, and what that will do is give you a 4x4 of quartz, but you won't be able to really see it because it's covered up partly by this row of red stained clay. On the right side we do the exact same, so we just extend it backwards 3 blocks all the way across, and that will give you a 4x4. Again, you struggle to see it because of the red stained clay. We're going to come around to the left side of the left arm first. We'll start on this. As I said, 13 blocks tall, 4 blocks wide. 4th block already done, so we're not going to worry about it. So the first 4 layers is simply quartz. That's the original layer plus 3 more. The 5th layer we're going to place is, if I get my cyan back, 2 cyan and 1 grey wool. So that is, again, the 5th layer. On top of that, we're going to do 3 layers of quartz. Then we're going to do a layer of 3 grey wool, 3 layers of quartz, and that will bring you up to the 12th layer. So that's now 12 blocks tall and 4 wide. And for the 13th layer, we're simply going to place 3 red stained clay. Once you've done that, that is 13 wide, 4 thick. And just like what we did for the side of legs, we're going to go ahead and add some 3D effects. So we start off by coming to the top left corner, come to the second and third block and bring it forwards 2 blocks using red stained clay. And then just like what we did on the legs, we're going to need our cobblestone wool and our blue, and we're going to be adding 2 of the little parts that come off the side. So for the first one, we come to the top section of quartz, we come to the first layer and the third block from left, and we come forwards 1 using 1 cobblestone wool and 1 blue stained clay. And then we're going to go down 1, so not the grey wool, not this block, but this one. So the second layer of the second section, third block from left, we go forwards 1, and then 1 blue stained clay, and it will look something like this. Now the right side, again, is the exact same, so we'll head around there and go through it. Coming around to the right side, 13 tall and 4 blocks wide. I'll grab myself my quartz back. So the first 4 layers is simply quartz. Then we have a layer of 1 cyan, 2 grey, so it's slightly different in terms of the pattern, but it's a bit random, so you can just change it and do whatever you want with it. The next 3 layers is simply quartz, so 3 layers of quartz. Then we're going to do 2 cyan, 1 grey. Again, doesn't really matter as long as it's a random pattern and just looks nice. 3 layers of quartz, again that will bring us up to our 12th layer, and for our 13th layer we're going to do 3 red stained clay. That's 13 tall, 4 wide, we come to the top, we leave 1 block, place 2 as a 3D effect, and just like what we did on the other side, we're going to grab ourselves our cobblestone now, and our blue stained clay, and we come to the top section, to the first layer of the quartz, come to the second block from left, bring it forwards 1 using cobble, and 1 blue stained clay, and from here we go down 1, 2, 3, so to the second layer of the second block of the second section, and we bring it forwards 1 using 1 cobble and 1 blue stained clay. And once you've done that, it will be looking something like this. You can see the body and the statue in general is really starting to come together and look kind of cool. However, if you come around to the rear side, not so much, and we're going to work on that in a second. But before we do that, I'll just give you one more brief look at the side of the arms, just in case you want to pause, and the side of the legs. So that is 13 tall and 4 wide, and again that's 12 tall and 4 wide. So each side is pretty much the exact same. Again, there's a few variations with cyan and grey. You can change the pattern up a bit, or you can keep it the same. It's up to you. I don't mind, and I hope you don't mind either. With that said, again, we're going to start now working on the rear side of the body. Okay, so let's get straight into the rear side of the body. So, starting off with the rear side of the legs, just like the front side, are 12 tall and 8 blocks wide. However, the left side and the right side are already done. So what does this mean? It is simple. All we're going to do is link them together each side by placing 6 blocks in the middle, and it will link it all together and make a 12 by 8 rectangle. So we're going to start at the rear side, or the bottom side of the rear side, should I say. And we're going to start by placing 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, and 2 red stained clay, and it should link side to side. From here, we're going to do 11 more layers of 6 blocks, and that will link all together and give us our 12 by 8. Okie dokie, so the second layer is simply 6 red stained clay. On top of that, we're going to place 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, and 2 red stained clay. Next layer is going to need our cyan back, so we're going to start off by placing 1 cyan, 1 grey, 1 cyan, 1 grey, 1 cyan, and 1 grey. It should link up perfectly if you put a cyan there, so it should go grey cyan, grey cyan, grey cyan, grey cyan. On top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of quartz now, so 1, 2, and of course 3. And then just like before, as you can see on either side, we're going to do a layer of grey and cyan. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 cyan, 2 grey, and 2 cyan. Now you can mix it up a bit if you want to, just replace random bits with grey or cyan. Again, it doesn't really matter that much as long as it is grey and cyan. On top of this, we're going to do 4 layers of quartz, and once you've done that, that is the backside, or the main part of the backside of the legs complete. Of course, we will be adding a bunch of 3D effects, and that's what we're going to go about adding in a second. But first, we need to build the rear side of the body. Now, of course, the reason we're doing this is because the dress hangs down for the body to the legs, so of course we need to build the body first. So, just like the front side, the rear side of the body is 13 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. The first layer simply being 8 red stained clay, and it will link the left arm to the right arm. On top of this, we're going to place 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay, and 2 red wool. We're then going to place 2 red stained clay and 1 more red wool. So again, just go over that. 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, 2 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. The next layer, the third layer of the body, is 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And then the fourth layer, exact same. 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. So that is the first 4 layers out of 13 complete. The next 3 layers, so the 5th, 6th, and 7th layer is all quartz, so 8 quartz for 3 layers. And then the 8th layer is going to consist of 1 quartz, 6 red wool, and 1 block of quartz. So as you can see, again, that was the 8th layer. Give you guys an opportunity to catch up if you need to do so. And we're now moving on to the 9th layer. So for the 9th layer, we're going to place 2 red wool, 4 red stained clay, and 2 red wool. The 10th layer, we're going to place 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. On top of this, for our 11th layer now, we're going to place 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. So again. Second to last layer now, our 12th layer, we're going to place 1 red wool, 1 red stained clay, 1 pink stained clay, 2 red, 1 pink, 1 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And for the final layer now, we're simply going to place 1 red wool, 6 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And once you've done that, it will look something like this, and that is the rear side of the body complete. Now my controller just DC'd there. I was wondering why I'd stopped moving. That really confused me there for a second. But yeah, you can see it's 13 tall, 8 blocks wide, and that is the rear side of the body. Now, in regards to this 3D effect I was talking about for the rear side of the dress, we got the front side and the left and right side done. Now we need to do the rear side. What we're going to do is come to the bottom left corner of the body, so to this red stained clay here, and we're going to go to the right one. From here, we place a pink stained clay. We go 1 to the right using red stained clay, 2 red wool, 1 red stained clay, and 1 pink stained clay, and that is 6 blocks wide. Underneath this, we're going to do another row of 6 red stained clay, but we're going to extend 1 block to the left and down, and we're also going to go 1 block to the right and down. So it will look now like this. What we're then going to do is on either side we're going to leave a 2 block gap, and in the middle part we're also going to bring it down 2 blocks, again using red stained clay. And the final step, we're going to add another layer, so on top of the already existent layer, the first layer we did, we're going to place another layer of 6 red stained clay. So it will currently look like this. It almost looks like a face. Eye, nose, like an octopus almost. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind. But just like the front side and the rear side, or the front side and the left and the right side, for the rear side, we're going to do the exact same. We come to the bottom left corner, we're going to go forwards 1, we go down and to the right twice. And on the right side, we're going to bring it forwards 1, go down and to the left twice, linking in the middle by going down 1 block and across. So it should look like an M. You then go ahead and in each top corner, and that's my Xbox controller DCing again, which is weird because it has full battery. Who knows, consoles, hey. And you punch out top left corner and top right corner, and it will give you something which looks like this. And that is the controller again. If it does it one more time, I'll run downstairs and grab some batteries and of course cut it out. But I'm not sure. I'm really tempted to just make the transition fully to recording on PC, because console just doesn't do it anymore. And that is it. So I'm going to cut the video here for 1 second. Give me a second, I'll go grab some batteries and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, so I'm back. Apologies for that again. my Xbox controller apparently run out of battery, even though I only changed it like earlier today, which is really weird. But anyways, let's continue. So what we're going to do, as I mentioned before, we've already done this, or hopefully you already have something that looks like this using the red wall as an outline. Just like what we did at the front side, now what we're going to do is extend this side forwards and to the side, punching out the original, just to give us a corner block, and same over on the right side now, so we go forwards, to the left, punch out the original, and you have a nice corner block. Okie dokie, so you can see that is the skirt or dress complete, and now what we're going to do is work on the rear side of the body 3D details, because there are a few. So what we're going to do is come to this big section here of red stained clay, and we're going to come to the first layer, which is 4 thick. What we're then going to do is go to the second and third block, and we're going to go up one and place 2 blocks above it. From here, we're going to place a row of 4 on top of that, so we go 1 block to the left and 1 block to the right, and then on top of that again we're going to place 2. So either side of these 2 blocks should be the pink, so one on the left, one on the right, and it's a little 3D effect, nothing major, doesn't stand out too much because it is of course the same colour, but just a little bit of detail just to add to it. With that said, that is the 3D effects on the body complete. We're now going to do the arms and then add the 3D effects to them. So for the arms, it's very, very similar to the, I guess, front of the arms, in the fact that it's 13 tall and 4 blocks wide. The 4th block is already done, so 3 blocks per row, 13 in total. So the first 4 layers is simply quartz again. So the first half of the arm is very much just quartz. The 5th layer is 1 cyan and 2 grey wool. On top of that, we're going to do 3 layers of quartz. And then again, just like we do, we have 1 grey and 2 cyan. The next 2 layers is quartz. So that is the 10th and 11th layer. For the 12th layer, we're going to place 1 quartz and 2 red wool. And then for the final layer, we're going to place 2 red stained clay and 1 red wool. And that is the rear side of the right arm. For the rear side of the left arm now, pretty much the exact same thing. So what we're going to do, first 4 layers, is again quartz. For this layer, again, it doesn't really matter how you do it, you can change it up a bit. We're going to be using 2 grey wool and 1 cyan. So slightly different in the sense of cyan, grey, but again, you can make it symmetrical if you want to. For the next 3 layers, we're simply, again, going to be doing quartz. So 3 layers of quartz. Then we're going to do 2 cyan and 1 grey. Then 2 layers of 3 quartz. For the 12th layer, we're going to do 2 red stained clay, 1 quartz. And then for the final layer, we're going to do 1 red wool and 2 red stained clay. Now again, you can change these out with red wool if you want to keep it symmetrical, and it will look something like this. Now in regards to the 3D effects on the rear side of the arms, we're going to come up to the top left corner, and again, as a 3D effect, we're going to place 2 red wool, and then we're going to go down diagonal twice using red wool. We do the exact same on the right side, so we go to the top right corner, place 2, and then go down diagonal twice, and it will give you something that looks like this. Again, I'll give you a brief opportunity to pause if you need to do so. And then what we're going to do is start making some progress on the head. Okay, so again, that is 13 tall, 8 blocks wide. Each arm is 13 tall, 4 blocks wide. And what we're going to do is go ahead and fill in all the shoulders now using red stained clay. So the shoulders theoretically are 16 wide and 4 thick. Just go ahead and fill it all in using red stained clay. And once you've done that, that is the body of the statue complete. And we're ready to make some progress on the head. But before we do this, what I'm going to do is do a little spin around, just as I normally do, just to give you guys an opportunity to have that final catch-up point if you need to, and then we'll move on. So this time, again, the dimensions are a bit more tricky. I'll try and, I guess, explain it as much as possible, but it will be a bit more complicated. If you do have any more issues, let me know down in the comments below. So we're going to start off with the legs. The front side of the legs is 12 tall and 8 blocks wide. Again, I don't really know how much you can actually see of it because of the 3D effects covering a lot of it. Moving on up now, we have the front side of the body, which is 13 tall and 8 wide, and the front side of each arm, which is 13 tall and 4 wide. Coming around to the left side now, we have the left side of the leg, which is 12 tall and 4 wide, and with the left side of the arm, which is 13 tall and 4 wide. Coming around to the right side now, we have the right side of the leg, which is 12 tall, 4 wide, and the right side of the arm, which is 13 tall and 4 blocks wide. Coming around to the rear side now, we have the rear side of the legs, which is 12 tall, 8 wide. With the rear side of the body, which is 13 tall, 8 wide, and the rear side of each arm, which is 13 tall and 4 wide. The final side, of course, is the shoulders, that's 16 wide and 4 thick. And, of course, if you've got something like this, we can now move on and make some progress on the head. Okie dokie. So for this, you're going to need mainly quartz and also your smooth red sandstone. So I'll keep those two blocks next to each other. We're going to come to the front side, aka the side with all the yellow, and come to the top left corner. From here, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, which should be this red wall, we're going to place a quartz and bring it 2 blocks forwards. Then what we're going to do is do the exact same, but now on the right side. So we go to the right side, we're going to count 5 to the left, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, place a quartz, bring it 2 forwards. Okay, so now what we're going to do is on the inside layer, there should be a 6 block gap, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What we're going to do is start off on the left side, we're going to place 1 quartz, 1 cyan stained clay, leave a 2 block gap, and then on this side, we're going to place 1 quartz and 1 cyan stained clay. So again, there should be a 2 block gap in the middle. Now on top of this 2 red wool here, we're going to place 2 grey wool, and that's essentially what's going to fill our gap. Now it doesn't make much sense now, but it will later on, trust me. Now on the front row, what we're going to do is place 1 quartz. We're then going to need our quartz stairs. We place a normal quartz stair facing towards the right. We're going to leave a 2 block gap, and then we do the exact same on this side. So we place a quartz block and then a quartz stair facing towards the left. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is on the left side and the right side punch out the front corner block of quartz. And this is going to be the mouth region, but we'll discuss that more in a second. From below, it should look like this. Now in terms of the actual structure of the head itself, what we're going to do is come around to the left side and we're going to expand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, and same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, and simply link together using blocks of quartz. Again, there should be a 6 block gap in the middle, so that's essentially an 8x2 overhang, and just like we did at the front side, we're going to punch out the left side and the right side on the front, just to give it a more curved shape. So right now you should have something which looks like this. In theory, it's an 8x8 square if you put a block in each corner, but of course we've taken the block out of each corner, so it's more of a circular shape. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is build up each side. We're going to focus on the front side first, and then we'll go from there. Okie dokie. So, of course, we've got the first layer of the front side right now, which is gap, 1 block, stair, 2 block gap, stair, block, gap. Now, that might be a bit confusing, but again, it all makes sense in a second. So, for the second layer, we're going to start off by placing 2 quartz. So, place 1 on top of the block here, and then go 1 to the left. Then we're going to leave a 4 block gap, and place a block right there and go 1 to right. So essentially it's 2 quartz, 4 block gap, 2 quartz. On top of this, for the third layer, we're going to place a row of 8 quartz. So that'll link it all together and basically cap off the mouth region. On top of this, we're going to place 1 block of quartz, leave a 2 block gap, place 2 quartz, 2 block gap, 1 quartz. And we're going to do that once more. So quartz, 2 block gap, 2 quartz, 2 block gap, 1 quartz. And that is the 5th layer. For the 6th layer, simply place 8 quartz. So build again all the way across, and that will give you 2 2x2 squares, which are going to make up the eyes. For the 7th layer now, we're going to place 1 smooth sandstone, 6 blocks of quartz, and 1 smooth sandstone. Again, the smooth sandstone being the red variant. And for the final layer, the 8th layer, we're going to place 8 red smooth sandstone. And once you've done that, you'll have something which looks like this. Now, right now, looks really creepy, and that's kind of good, I guess, because we're building the animatronic, and it's meant to look creepy, of course, but we're gonna work on the eyes, fill them in, and then we'll work on the mouth. So the blocks you're gonna need for the eyes, you'll need lime wool, you'll need snow, and you're also gonna need your block of coal. We're gonna start on the left eye. What we're going to do is place a snow in the bottom left corner, and then we're going to go around to the rear side, place another snow behind it, punch out the original, and you have 1 block indented into the face. On top of that, we're going to place another snow, and on the lower half to the right of it, we're going to place 1 coal, and on top of that, 1 lime. So as you can see, it's set 1 block back into the head, and the reason we've done that is because, as you can see, it follows you as you walk when you set them 1 block backwards. So that's a cool feature. Now, on the right side, we do the exact same. So, bottom right corner, we place 1 snow, bring it back 1, up 1, and then on bottom left, we place 1 coal, top left, we place 1 lime wool, and that is the eyes. It's as simple as that. Both 2x2s, both indented 1 block back, as you can see, the eyes follow you as you walk. So that's a really nice feature, and that's why we intended to do it the way we did. Okie dokie, so now in regards to the mouth, this is a bit more tricky to explain. What we're going to do is we're going to start off, of course, by coming to the mouth. We got this block of cyan here. To the left of it, we've got a block of quartz. On top of the quartz, we're going to place the cyan, same on the right side. Now, what we're going to do is if you come around to the rear side of the face, underneath the block of coal here, we're going to place a row of 4 grey wool. And then behind that, we're going to place a row of 4 black wool. So behind it, directly behind, we place a row of 4 black wool. And then directly under that, we place another row of 4 black wool. Essentially, what this will do, if you come around to the rear side again, caps everything off, gives you a nice, I guess, enclosed area. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add the teeth. And the way we do that is by grabbing ourselves our quartz slab. In between the 2 cyan stained clay here, on the upper half, we're going to place 2 slabs. And then we're going to leave a 1 block gap in the top left corner, place 2, and leave a 1 block gap in the right. And you'll have something that looks like this. Again, just from a really close-up point of view, you should be able to figure it out pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. From below, it looks like this, but that is the mouth. It's a bit weird, but it looks really, really creepy and really interesting. What we're going to do to cap off the mouth is underneath this, so we come to the cyan stained clay here, we're going to place a slab, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. We're then going to bring this forward a layer, so it's a 4x2 area of slabs, and it will cap it off and give you a chin area. As you can see here, it will look like this. So that kind of changes it up a bit, makes it a bit more interesting. But that is the, I guess, core elements of the face. From here, we'll be adding 3D effects, and that is pretty much it. So what we're going to do for the 3D effects, you're going to need your red stained clay, your red wool, your pink stained clay, and also your nether brick. We're going to start off on the bottom left corner. So this block here, we're going to go up 1, and we're going to place a red stained clay as a 3D effect. To the right of this, we're going to place 1 red wool. Above it, 1 red stained clay, and to the left of it, 1 pink stained clay. Above the pink stained clay, we're going to place a nether brick slab, and that is the left cheek. For the right cheek, we do pretty much the exact same. We go to the bottom right corner, so this block here. We go up 1, place a red stained clay. Go 1 to the left using red wool. Up 1 using red stained clay. To right using pink stained clay. And up 1 using nether brick, and it will look like this. The next step, we're going to add a nose. So in between each cheek, there's 4 block gap. We're going to leave 1 block. Then we're going to place from left to right 1 red stained clay and 1 red wool. And it will now look something like this. In regards to the hair and the eyebrows, we're going to add some eyelashes first. So directly above both eyes, we're going to place 2 levers on each side. So we come to the 6th layer on the 2nd and 3rd block. And the 6th and 7th block, we're going to place 2 levers. So lever on each, 4 in total, and that's representing the eyelashes. From here, we're going to do the hairline. So again, we're going to grab ourselves our red smooth sandstone. We're going to come to the left side of the row that's got the levers, and we're going to place a smooth sandstone. We go up 1, and to the right 7 blocks. So it's a row of 8, and then we're going to go down 1 and cap it off. In the middle 2 blocks, in between the eyebrows, or eyelashes should I say, we're going to place 2 more. And then for the upper layer, we're going to leave 1 block, place 6, and leave 1 block. And that is, again, all 3D, and it will now look something like this. Now, in regards to the actual eyebrows, I kept on calling the eyelashes the eyebrows. We're going to be using nether brick slabs. What we're going to do is the 2 blocks of smooth sandstone directly above the levers. On the lower half, we're going to place 2 nether brick slabs on each side. And once you add them, it will end up looking something like this. Again, I'll give you guys a second to pause if you want to do so. I know it looks a bit confusing, like head on, it looks a bit weird, but I can assure you it is really, really easy to replicate. So that is the front side of the face. That's pretty much it, and we can now move on to the other sides. So for the other sides, the majority of the blocks you're going to need now is quartz and your red smooth sandstone. We're going to come around to the left side now. Now essentially what we're going to be doing is creating 8x8 squares. However, making sure that the bottom left and bottom right corner at all times are removed. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a quartz block there. Let's just factor that in and place 1 right there. What we're doing now is turning this into an 8x8 square. So we're going to do 7 layers of quartz. So that's 2. So we got the original layer. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And what we're going to do is on the 7th layer, we're going to replace the first block with smooth red sandstone. Now the 8th block should already be smooth red sandstone if you've done the front side of the face correctly. And for the 8th layer, we're simply just going to place 7, and it will link to the already existent block right there, and that gives you your 8x8 square. What you then go ahead and do is punch out the bottom left and bottom right corners, and it will look something like this. Now, of course, we will be adding a bunch of 3D effects, but for now, this is what you want. We're now going to replicate this on the right side. So, of course, we do 7 layers of our quartz. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally our 7th layer. On the 7th layer, on the right side, we're going to punch out a block, replace it with smooth red sandstone, and for the final layer, we simply just place 7 smooth red sandstone, and it will look like this. Again, bear in mind, if you haven't punched out the bottom left and bottom right corner, do that, and that is the right side. Again, exact same as the left. Coming around to the rear side now, it's pretty much just a case of matching everything up. So, again, 7 layers of quartz, and then a layer of smooth red sandstone. The good news is, because we got the left side and the right side already done, we're only placing 6 blocks per row, and the smooth red sandstone outside is already done. So, we have 7 layers of quartz, 1 layer of smooth red sandstone, and that is the rear side of the head complete. Now, in regards to the top of the head, simply just go ahead and fill it in using smooth red sandstone. Again, that is the base of the head complete, and we can now go ahead and add all the 3D effects. I feel like I'm saying head a lot, unironically. Okie dokie. So let me get rid of my arm. Again, we'll have one spin around before we start adding all the crazy effects. Now, one thing to point out, I don't know if it's just my monitor being a bit weird, but that looks really dark in terms of the face. It doesn't have much light on it. What you could potentially do is behind the eyes, you could put some lighting. You could also do it potentially behind here instead of the grey wall, just to light it up a bit if you want to. But anyways, this is the front side of the face. Again, logically, it's an 8x8 square. Of course, there is a bunch of crazy effects everywhere, making it look a bit more difficult than that. Going around to the left side, again, that is an 8x8, minus all these 3D effects here. So ignore this. This isn't part of the side. This is the front side. We're looking for this shape here. Going around to the right side, pretty much same thing. Should look like this. And then the rear side like this. Of course, the top is just an 8x8 of our red smooth sandstone. And now what we can do is go a bit crazy, like normal, and start adding all our crazy 3D effects. No, come back. I shouldn't have thrown that out there. Let me grab that, and we can continue. Okie dokie. So, what we're going to do is come to the left side, and to the bottom left corner. What we're going to do is go 1 to right and up 1, and we're going to place a smooth sandstone, a red smooth sandstone to be precise, and we're going to go 1 block to the left. From here, what we're going to do is go up 1, so this is the second layer, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right. For the next layer on top of that, we're going to do another layer exact same as the second. So again, just to reiterate, there's a layer empty. The first layer of our 3D effect is 2 smooth red sandstone, starting on the left side. The second layer is 4. The third layer is 4, but then we're going to leave a 2 block gap and place one right here, and then there should be a 1 block gap there. For the next layer, we're simply going to place a layer of 8, so that will link all the way across back to the front side, and same for the next layer, so we do another layer of 8. For the final layer, we're going to leave 1 block, and we're essentially just going to cover up the quartz. So we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again, there'll be a 1 block gap on the end. And for the top layer, we don't need to worry about placing it. What we will, however, do is come to the first layer here. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on top of the 4th block, we're going to place 2 nether brick slabs, basically a nether brick block. And on top of that, a smooth red sandstone. From that smooth red sandstone, we're going to go 1 to the left and 1 to the right. And that's linking on to the ponytails or bunches we'll be adding in a second. But for now, again, this looks like this. If you want to pause, feel free to take your time. From a corner angle, it should also look like this. The head starts to look a little bit bulky now, purely because we are adding on to the sides. Okay, so heading around to the right side now, pretty much same logic. We're going to come to the bottom right corner. We go up 1, place a block, and go to the left 1. On top of this, for the second layer, we're going to place 4 blocks. And same for the third, 4 blocks. Just like the other side, we're going to leave a 2 block gap and place 1. And then for the next 2 layers, it's simply 8 blocks per row. For the final layer now of the 3D effect, we're going to leave a 1 block gap, place 6 and leave a 1 block gap, and we come to the third from left block, so we go 1, 2, 3. On top of that, place 2 nether brick slabs, basically a block, and on top of that, 1 smooth red sandstone, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and that is the 3D effect for the right side. So if you come to the front side, it should look now symmetrical, because of course it is symmetrical. And we're going to be adding a bunch of stuff to the top side, but for now we're going to worry about the rear side. So the rear side currently looks something like this. What we're going to do is start off with the bottom layer. In front of this row of 6 quartz here, we're going to place 6 smooth red sandstone. We're then going to go up diagonal to the left and up diagonal to the right. And from here we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4. So in total it should be 5. And same for this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 in total. We're then going to go up diagonal on the left side to the right and on the right to the left, linked together with 4 in the middle, and that leaves us with a 6x6 square, or a 6x5 square, should I say, in the middle. Simply go ahead and fill this all in using smooth red sandstone, and that will be the rear side complete. It's really easy. It's pretty much just a case of covering up all the quartz as a 3D effect. You'll still have some visible on the neck, but that is indeed intentional. So that is again the rear side. Looks like this, and if you want to pause, more than welcome to do so. I'm not going to spend too long on it because I do appreciate that it is really simple to just look because the outlines are redefined, and pause if necessary. Okie dokie, so that brings us to the second last part. We're going to add the ponytails, and there's a little bit of detail we're going to add on the top of the head. We'll discuss that in a second. As I said, for now, we're going to do the ponytail. So, the way we're going to start this is, of course, we're going to start on the left side. This area here where we put a nether brick block, or 2 slabs, and on top of it we placed 3 smooth sandstone. You might have thought that wasn't important, but it was. So, what we're going to do is we're essentially going to make a template in the middle one, and then we're going to expand it 1 block to the back and 1 block to the front. And it's going to make it 3 thick because that's how wide it is, and that's pretty much how we're going to do things. So you're going to need your red smooth sandstone stairs, and also your slabs. And yeah, let's begin. So what we're going to do, we've got this starter block here in the middle. We're going to go from the block directly above the nether brick. We're going to go 1 to the left, up 1, and down 1. Now again, we're not bringing it forwards or backwards yet. We'll do that afterwards. Starting from the bottom block, we're going to go to left 1, and then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. And from the top block, we go 1, 2 to the left. It should currently look like this. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to place a red sandstone stair facing towards the left side coming off of that block, and then we're going to go down 1, 2, 3 underneath it using smooth red sandstone. From this block, we're then going to go 1 to the right, down 1 again, to the left 1, and punch out this corner block so it's a diagonal connection. We're then going to link this whole section in the middle to this part here by building across 2 blocks twice over, and it will give you a shape which looks like this. The final step, which we're going to do, we're going to grab ourselves a red sandstone slab. We're going to go 1 block to the left from this block at the bottom, up 1 using a slab, punch out the block, and it's a floating slab which gives you a corner shape like this. And I say final step again, the final step is these 2 blocks here. We're going to place a upside down sandstone stair which connects this block to this block. However, this is only for the middle layer. So when we expand it forwards and backwards, we're not going to place that block. It's only for the middle layer. But that is the shape, basically. So if you want to pause, this would be a good time. Essentially, what we're going to do is bring it forwards a layer. So we just bring all the blocks forwards a layer, as you can see. I'm just going around and bring it all 1 block forwards. And then we're going to head round to the rear side and do the exact same. Apart from, we're going to be bringing it backwards. So this is what it looks like from the front. Then you come around to the back and you expand it backwards a block, and it'll make it 3 blocks thick. So you can go to the side corner and you'll be able to see it is indeed 3 blocks thick. Now, as I said, this stair upside down underneath is only in the middle. If you make it on the other ones, it might make it look a little bulky. You can try, but that's up to you. But as you can see, if I come around to the side angle, it's now 3 blocks thick. We're essentially going to replicate this now on the right side. So, heading over to the right side, same logic applies. We come to the middle block. Right next to the nether brick here, we're going to place a block, and we're going to go up 1 and 2. From here, on the lower block, we're going to go to the right one and up 1, 2, 3. So this is what it looks like currently. We're then going to go 1, 2 to the right and have a red sandstone stair facing towards the right side. Underneath this red sandstone stair, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go to the left one, down twice, to the right one, punch out that block in the corner. Again, you have this kind of hook shape. Linking this part together again, we just build 2 blocks across for 2 rows, and there'll be a 1 block gap in the middle here. And in between the 2 blocks, we place an upside down sandstone stair facing towards the left side. Again, this is only for the middle block. And then the final step, of course, is the sandstone slab, which is up diagonal from this block here. Again, you come out with a shape that looks like this. As you can see, it's the exact same as the other side. And just like the other side, we're going to bring it forwards, a layer, all the way across, and then we're also going to bring it back a layer on the rear side. So let me bring it forwards one, and then we'll head around to the rear side. And try not to mess it up like I just did there with the slabs, because otherwise it becomes a pain to place. As you can see, that's what happens when you bring it forwards one, and then you go around to the rear side and bring it back 1 layer, and that will give you a free thick area, which is of course for the bunches / ponytail, whatever you want to call it. And final step, gonna go ahead and place that and the stair, and as you can see, that is the ponytail bunches, again, whatever you choose to call them, complete, and it looks really, really cool. Once you've added them, it kind of brings the build together, but that's not all. So the final step is on top of the head. Now, right now, the top of the head looks relatively flat. I'll give you a view from the front and the back, actually, as well, just to clarify that we're all on the same page. So that's what it looks like from the front and the back. The top of the head looks too short, and it also looks too flat. So the way we're going to combat this is come to the front side, come to the front left corner, and go in 1, and onto the second block. So the second block here, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th and 5th block we're going to place 2 slabs, and then there'll be 6th, 7th, and of course 8th. Behind these 2 slabs we're going to place a row of 4 smooth sandstone, and then on the left side and the right side we're going to place a slab. So currently looks like this. What we're then going to do is come around to the side, and next to this slab we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth, 1 slab. Come around to the rear side, and you probably get the pattern already. We're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 slab, and then the right side 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should connect in a circle like this. Now we're only going to place the 2 slabs on the front side. You can place it on the rear if you want. I wouldn't really 100% recommend it, but you can. It looks like this if you do. It looks pretty decent actually, so I'll keep it. And then we go ahead and in the middle section just fill this circle in using our smooth red sandstone. And once you've done that, that is it. That is the top side of the head complete. As you can see, it just makes it look a bit more circular and brings it out a bit, makes it look a bit more interesting. Now I say that is the head complete, but most importantly, that is the statue complete. That was an extremely long tutorial, and of course the more detailed version would be like twice as long. So if you really want that, let me know. I'm kind of putting it off because it is going to take forever, but if you guys want it, I'll try and get it out there. If you did enjoy this though, however, definitely consider leaving a like on the video. A lot of work went into this, of course, as you can see. So feedback and appreciation is always cool. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing for more content along this basis. I do Pokemon plushes, general other stuff as well, occasionally pixel art tutorials and build tutorials. So if you like that kind of content, check me out, check my videos out, and drop a subscribe if you want to. But apart from that, I'm not going to waffle for any longer because my voice is killing me. Stay tuned for next Saturday for the next FNAF sister location video. Until next time, my name has been Tom Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?